Hi everybody, welcome back to my studio and my channel. Today, this is Mystery Diamond Painting Monday. For those of you that are new to my channel and new to Mystery Diamond Painting Monday, just a brief explanation of what you're seeing here. Um, this is a 60 by 80 canvas. I do not know what the canvas is. This was obtained through the Facebook group Mystery Diamond Painting Fun. And now would be a great time to go join that group. They just went over 2,000 members. Congratulations, Christina Katzeman and her admin team. She runs a fantastic Facebook group. So within that group, every 6 to 8 weeks or so, they have an exchange. You can sign up for the exchange, and the Christina and her admin group will match you up with somebody. You get to know that person. You decide the size of the canvas that you want to exchange, what your likes and dislikes are, maybe what your color choices are. And based on that, getting to know the other person, you order them a diamond painting, they order you a diamond painting. I always choose Evermoment. If you order from Evermoment, they will, let me get it over here. They will, and you can't see. Let me turn the light pad off. All right, they will leave the thumbnail off. There's no thumbnail here. Neither is there a thumbnail on the inventory sheet. If you ask them to do that, and you can ask them to mail it directly to your partner. That's what I usually try to do. So because I live alone, and I don't want to see what the image is on the light pad, I use these strips of masking tape to hide what it is. So I can't see, with the light pad on what the image is. You can see though that I ran out of money and had to go back to my orange tape. So I actually have two of these Mystery Diamond paintings going. One that I've been working on, it was 80 by 90. I was super tired of it. I will get back to it. But this one I just started last week and the colors are amazing. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do the next exchange because I'm also working on a Heaven and Earth design diamond painting conversion project. I can't talk today. So I've plenty of diamond painting to do. Plus, some diamond paintings that I've ordered. So I need to maybe not do the next mystery. Because I think I've got enough, between these two mystery, because they're quite large, between these two mystery paintings, it's going to take me a while. And that diamond that I just put down has a little knobbly bit, so let me take it off. Wow, this looked much straighter when I had it going at a different angle. Where's the one with the knobbly bit? And now I don't see it. Isn't that always the way? Okay. So, once a week, used to be Sunday, now it's sort of gotten into Monday, and today is Monday. I film the Mystery Diamond Painting update, so you can see where my progress is. See if you can figure out what I'm diamond painting. I have not, but like I said, the colors are just extraordinary. It goes in from this is a 310 here, and it just kind of blends into these other blues, and I don't know if these are flowers or what's happening there. I'm not quite sure, but I'm anxious to find out. So I'm gonna keep working on this one for a few more weeks before I go back to the other one. I'm like that. I will have 3, 4, 5 diamond paintings going at the same time. So I have this mystery diamond painting. I have my Valentine's collab painting from Treasure Studios Art. And I have also that I have been working on sort of behind the scenes the Crystal Rose bowl from Rainy Day Diamonds. So those are the three really that I'm working on, actively working on right now, plus my Heaven and Earth design conversion project. I had put that on hold for a while, but actually started working on it again today. I started it on January 1st and I had to put it on hold because it was flat on the table that I have it on. And I realized pretty quickly that my back was not going to be able to handle that flat surface. So I saw some ideas on Facebook or Instagram. I don't remember which. It was probably Facebook, where some people had sort of made these little makeshift for what do you call these things? Like I'm on here. I can't think of the name of this thing. Anyway, but one that was very long, like 5 foot long. Well, I'm so proud of myself. I had asked my son to make it. I showed him both the pictures that I had found. One was made out of not lumber, but oh gosh, I'm at a loss for words today. I can't talk. Particle board, and the other one was made out of PVC. So so my son says, "Oh, Mom, I can make anything for you." Well, then his father gets sick, and he has to take emergency leave, and he is still in North Carolina with his father, who is still, 10 days out on a ventilator, and they have no idea what's wrong with him. Now they're talking about transferring him to another hospital to see what is wrong with him. They're testing the air quality of the home that he was living in, because the man has never smoked, never done drugs, never been exposed to anything that I'm aware of. We were married for 18 years, and if he was exposed, I was. In any case, so my son's out there, and he will be flying home tomorrow. But I got this grand idea that I would just do this myself. I would build this daggum thing myself. So I go to Lowe's today. I measured it out, and I said, first I go and I decide I'm gonna put together this PVC thing. So I'm looking at the picture and I'm trying to figure out what all these parts are, and it's like putting together a puzzle. So and there's 3 guys standing there that work at Home Depot or at Lowe's. I keep saying Home Depot. That work at Lowe's, and they're all standing there helping some other person. So I said, so finally I went over. I'm like, does it really take 3 of you to help one person, or would somebody mind helping me? So this really nice guy, he said, "I'll help you." So of course the first piece that we figured out what it was, could not find it. He goes down 3 different aisles, and so I said, never mind. So I'll just make this thing out of lumber, out of the particle board. So, oh, pardon me. So I go to the lumber section, and the woman behind the counter, and I say, I would like, here's what I'm trying to make, and I need a 5x2, piece of particle board. And she's like, "Oh, our saw is broken." I'm like, it's a lumber store. How can your saw be broken? She goes, "Oh, it's been broken for a couple of weeks now, and we're waiting for the company to send us another one. And, there's another Lowe's. It's just 7 miles away. You can go to that one." So I'm like, "Oh, okay. I'll go to the other Lowe's." I'm using patty wax. I've got it in my bra. So, so I get in my car and put it into the GPS, and I go to the other Lowe's, and I go in, and there's a couple of nice guys there, and they're just, not really doing anything, just hanging out, the workers. So I said, hey, guys, I need your help. And so I show them what I'm trying to build. And I said, I need like a 5x2 piece of particle board. And he's like, our saw is broken. I'm like, what? I said, I just came from another Lowe's whose saw is broken. He's like, yeah, it's a thing with Lowe's right now. Our saws are all broken. I'm like, okay. He goes, but I'm an artist too, and I'm going to help you. We're going to figure this thing out. So he goes, what about, he goes, I have some scraps. It's not particle board, it's actual, just a real thin piece of lumber, but it's 4x2. I said, well, I think that would work. So we get that, and then we were trying to figure out how to, prop this thing up, and at what angle that I would want it. So we go to this little section where we pick out some things that will work, and he's like, oh, you just have to screw them into the wood. And I'm thinking, okay, that's no problem, but he says, do you have a drill? No, I don't have a drill. So he goes over, and I buy it, this $30 Black & Decker drill. I figured, I'll have a drill for future projects, I guess. So I get home, and then I quickly realize that the screws that come with this backing are like 2 inches long, and the wood that I've gotten is maybe a 1/4 inch thick. So I can't use these screws with this wood. So I said, so I find some little screws that I've got in the garage, and even they're too thick for this, too long for this wood. So I figure I'm going to go buy some wood glue. So I go to Lowe's again, the close one, which is literally like half a mile up the road. So I go to Lowe's and I buy wood glue, and that worked. So now I have the finished project, and I was actually, they said leave it be for 24 hours, which I did, and it seemed really sturdy. So I set it all up today, and I had to rearrange my whole craft room because once I got that set up, I realized I couldn't reach my storage containers that were behind this drafting table that I made. So I rearranged some things in the crafting room, and I took some books off my bookcase and put them into a closet, some books that I never read. I left all the coloring craft books on the bookshelf here, but everything else is in another room now. So that's my drafting table story. So that is why I was able to get back to working on my Heaven and Earth design project. But the only downfall is I didn't anticipate that I would need a little lip on the bottom to hold the light pad. So and you don't really need the light pad, so I was working on it during the day so I could see the grid, which is fine, but I think at night I would probably want the light pad so I could see the grid. So I'm actually going to wait till my son comes back, which is tomorrow. But I'm not going to bug him right away because there's some other family drama going on, which is why he's coming home. But I'm going to, or either that I'll just, next weekend I'll go back to Lowe's and I'll see if I can find maybe a little piece that I can wood glue onto the bottom of the drafting table. So I decided this morning, or I had asked my daughter-in-law the other day, because my son's out of town, at his dad's bedside. I said, do you and the kids want to go have breakfast on Monday morning? I'm off from work for Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday. And so she said yes. And then last night she texted me and she said, can it just be you and I I need to tell you this story. I need to tell you something, and I don't want to do it in front of the kids. So I'm all night long. I'm worried. Oh my God, what's going on? Are they moving? You know, I just moved here to Kansas to be near them, and now they're going to move. And I had all these weird, or you know, maybe she's leaving my son. You know, I didn't know what she was going to tell me. So So I was really nervous about it, and I was dreaming about it last night. You know, what is it she could tell me that? And so we go. I go pick her up, and we go to breakfast, and we get there, and she starts telling me what's going on, and it was worse than I could have imagined. It was. I don't want to start crying, but you know, I have three grandchildren. 12, 15, and 17. And so the 17-year-old, who his father had just bought him a car, he got caught with drugs at school in his car. And not just a small amount of, I mean, it was marijuana, but it wasn't a small amount, and he had all kinds of paraphernalia to go along with the drugs. And then, of course, there was, you know, another teenager, his best friend, in the car with him, so each one were like, oh, it's not mine, it's not, you know, the other one, it's his, and, you know, each one pointing the finger at the other kid, and the police officer told my grandson, you know, listen, it was in your car. So, you know, so he was expelled for 10 days. And my son now has to fly home from his father's bedside, who is still on a ventilator, and they don't know what's wrong with him. He has to come home and deal with this because my grandson now has a hearing on Thursday to determine whether he will be expelled from school. So, I'm sort of heartbroken. You know, I know my son is heartbroken. I know my daughter-in-law, she sat and cried all during breakfast. You know, she took the car away from him, hid the car keys. They have a camera on the front door that my son has been watching from North Carolina to make sure that he doesn't sneak out of the house, because of course he's grounded until at least, you know, until my son gets back. I have tears in my eyes. I'm so disappointed in my grandson, whom I love dearly. But it's so upsetting to know that he's ruining his whole life, you know. So now he's off the wrestling team, and which he was so good at. He was really good at it. I don't know. So they, you know, he can finish his schooling at home over the computer, and he wants to go in the military, but, you know, oh my God. This is the best looking kid you've ever seen. He's gorgeous. He's smart. Although he doesn't get the best grades at school, obviously, no. So we kind of figured out that this has been probably going on for at least 5 or 6 months. So it's heartbreaking. It really is. Very, very heartbreaking. Alright, I need to get a different color than the 3 that I have out here. Alright, I need the 8s. Work on that for a little while, then we can work on find the one I want to work on. Where is it? It looks like a waffle. Where's the waffle? Ah, I found it. Ah, it's 550. So then I put them all back. I got 3 out, put 2 back. Okay. So I can't talk about that anymore because it's upsetting. But I had, aside from that happening this morning, let me get my patty wax out and we'll reload the pen, shall we? Smells like pear. Oh, it smells so delicious. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna load up the pen. So yeah, I've been keeping it in my bra because it's very cold outside. Good God. This morning I went out and it was 19 degrees. And they said it was going to be the same temperature tonight. So I put the car in the garage. So I'm not going to reload that again tonight. So I'm going to just, because I think I'm getting a little sore there where the patty wax has been on my bra all day. Because I didn't know when I was going to record this. But I assure you it's nice and warm now. Okay, now we're going to put in some more drills here. All right, what else is going on? So, I was telling you about this weekend. I had so much fun this weekend, except for this morning when, with the breakfast bombshell. God, I had 3 days off. If I could have 3 days off every weekend, oh my God, I got my house clean. I dyed my hair because I got to get rid of the grays. I'm still fighting them grays, and gosh darn it, I'm going to win that war until I'm in the nursing home and I can't do it anymore. So I did it. I'm blonde again, and I've been sleeping so good. My therapist, which is not J-Rob, but J-Rob gives great advice. But now my therapist in real life, sorry, I don't know. I think it's something in this room. Maybe I'm allergic to the dinosaur. I don't know. So, where was I? Oh, my therapist. She's trying to help me with my eating because I am a huge nighttime binger. I can go through some calories at night that you just would not believe. I'll be fine during the day, but then at night, man, I can eat, and it's like I cannot stop myself. So one of the things she suggested, and I thought, well, okay, I'll give it a try, was not to. I said, well, one of the triggers is watching television. When I go to bed at night, I just sit there and watch the TV, and I want to eat. So she said, when you get ready, when you go to bed, no screen time, no iPad, no television. She wanted me to take the television out of the bedroom, but I convinced her that, sometimes my granddaughter comes over and we like to cozy up in the bed and watch a movie, and so she says, oh, okay, well, that's fine. But anyway, no screen time in the bedroom. Just go in, get ready for bed, brush your teeth, make sure you take all your medicine, the dogs have been out, and get into bed and go to sleep. So I said, okay. And so it's been hard. Saturday night, I ate. I went in bed and ate, and I thought, well, okay, maybe I'll just do this on a Saturday night. Maybe I'll have a Saturday night binge. So, Sunday night came, last night came, and I thought maybe it'll just be a Saturday and a Sunday night binge. And I thought, this is ridiculous. No, go to sleep. So I shut the light off and I went to sleep and I did not eat. And I felt so good when I woke up. And I slept great, except for, worrying about what my daughter-in-law might be having to tell me. And Lord knows I was spot on worrying about that, wasn't I? So I ate dinner tonight about, 5:30, 6 o'clock ish. Had a little bit of chocolate afterwards because I like to have my dessert. And I've already brushed my teeth. I'm not eating anymore. I'm gonna finish this whip and chat and sit out in the living room and play a couple of games on my iPod. I play these couple of games that I'm sort of obsessed with, so I have to play them once a day. It's Pearl's Peril, and I see that some of you guys have probably played that in the past. It's a hidden objects game, but I'm in this group with these other women, and they we have to send each other energy, and I don't know, it's silly, but I play it. It's one of the games I play with my sister. And the other one is this bingo game, Bingo Blast or Blitz or whatever. I've been playing that on and off for years, so lately I've gotten back into that. So, for like an hour, I'll sit out there and I'll play, Pearl's Peril and Bingo Blast, and then I will. I also have this. It's called Cross Stitch World. If you like cross stitch, this game is really cool. You can buy these different patterns, or if you're in a group, I'm in a Facebook group and we donate patterns to each other, and we have little challenges and contests to see who, it's fun, and you're basically doing cross stitch on a computer. So I do that sometimes, but I don't do it with my fingers. I have like a little, like this, with the thing on the end where I just, it's the quickest cross stitch ever. But some of them, depending on the level of detail that you want in your picture, same as any other cross stitch or diamond painting, these cross stitch, the images can be very detailed and quite large, so sometimes they take a while to do. And I'm in the middle of this challenge in our Facebook group where it's called the Keyhole Challenge. So all the pictures are these pictures through a keyhole, which are really cool looking, but you have to do a series of 6 of them, and I don't know if I'm going to get them done, frankly, because I just don't devote that much time to it. But like I said, I'm going to, go out there and play on my iPad in the living room for a little while, make sure the dogs have had their last walk. Oh my God, it's so cold out. And then I will just try to do what I did last night and go to bed and turn the light off and go to sleep. So, and hopefully some of this weight comes off if I stop binging. That was more information that you needed to know about my weight. But I thought, that's a very, if you're a nighttime binger, that's a great idea. No screen time, just go in and go to bed. Have I finished this color? Almost. There's one there. There's a few more. There are a few more. So I'm getting used to this padding wax. It's not bad. So I just filled this pen just now when you saw me. I had used it last night for several hours. did not use it on my Hade today. I used a different pen on my Hade. In fact, to be honest, I was using tweezers on my Hade. Sometimes I like to diamond paint with tweezers. You know, just, it depends on, you know, where I'm at. Especially when I'm first starting out and I want to get them straight, I'll start out with the tweezers. Okay, I think I'm done with that color. So I ordered another Archer's Art tray, and it is not here yet. I think I ordered a different, like a blue color. I don't remember. All right. Oh, we're gonna do the waffle one next, cause it's $5.50. I love $5.50. It is such a pretty purple. $5.50. Look, I don't know if you can see. Purple. And these drills, wow, these are Ever Moment drills. They are fantastic. Here, let me spread them out. Take a look at those diamonds. And focus for a second. Anyway, I'm bragging. Yes, Ever Moment. I have so many Ever Moments. If you saw my stash, oh my God. But I have been successful in selling a couple of the Diamond Art Clubs that I had. So, just, not that I did not want those paintings, it's just that they weren't my absolute favorites, and I just didn't think I would get to them anytime soon. So I decided, you know what? Maybe someone else would love to have them, and I was right. So I got one person that's buying a couple of them, you know, so far I think I got maybe 6 or 8 for sale, and so I sold 2 of them. And I have a couple that I negotiated with someone, and that I will be getting, and they are Diamond Art Club, but I worked out a deal with a friend, and I'm excited. You'll see them when I get them. I'm not going to unbox them on the channel, because I just don't unbox Diamond Art Club. But there's some that I'll do in the background. You might see them every now and then on Instagram. But there are a couple that I wanted to do because, you know, for me. Because I liked the image. Stab and grab doesn't work great with squares, but it does work. Okay, where was I? Right there. These are my favorite. Of course, you know, once I put this color away, I find like a whole bunch of the color. Who else does that happen to? I found the coolest, you know, little thing for chat. I had a gift certificate to this little bookstore and cafe that I had never been to. It was given to me by one of the doctors at the hospital where I work at, and so I went there and I picked up this really cute little thing. So I'm going to open it. It's called the Chat Pack. New questions to spark fun conversation. I'm going to use this in my lives, but today I'm going to ask a question, and I'm going to give you my answer, and then I would like for you guys to put down in chat what your answer would be. Well, I didn't like that question. Okay, here we go. Now this is a weird one. If you could participate in any historical reenactment, and Interesting question, huh? Where is, oh, here. What would it be and what role would you play in it? Okay. Oh, historical reenactment. Well, good question. I used to belong to this group, the Society for Anachronistic, blah, blah, blah. I don't know the whole name of it. But basically, what this group was they would reenact stuff from the 1300s, and it could be any, it could be French, it could be Chinese, it could be Eastern European, it could be, any nationality from that time period, which made it very interesting. So, I would, I like to sew, so I would make some of the clothing. But the guys would do, sword fighting, and the women would do these craft projects. One that maybe I'll get it out one day. It's a very different craft that I don't think I've seen anybody do, but I more got into it because I liked the camping aspect and the camaraderie, and then I liked the reenacting part. So if I had to choose, like, from history, what would I want to reenact and who would I want to be a part of? Wow, there's so much to choose from. Hmm. So first of all, to answer this question, you need to know that I cheated my way through 11th grade history. So if you're asking me about historical reenactments, of course they say that, history, according to the books, is not an accurate history. And one of my favorite shows is Outlander, where the nurse goes back in time 200 years. That fascinates me. So she went back to, the Scottish Highlands 200 years ago, and of course met that gorgeous Scottish guy, Jamie, Claire and Jamie. I read all those books many, many years ago before there was a show. I read all those Diane Gabaldon books about Claire and Jamie, the ultimate love story. But that doesn't tell you what historical reenactment I would want to do. So if you guys happen to, know right off the bat what historical reenactment you would want to be a part of, go ahead and put that in the comments, because I would love to hear it. And I will dive and pay, well, I'll think about a historical reenactment. I think it would probably be maybe the wedding of, and this is silly, but, Princess Di and Prince Charles, I mean, what an event. And what part would I want to play? I would want to, I want to be Princess Di. Put me in that dress. Why not? I mean, I don't want to be, God knows she had a horrible ending to her life, but, just for that reenactment, I want to play the part of Princess Di and wear that beautiful wedding gown that she had. Oh, man. Okay, so I picked one. Yay! So what about you guys? What would you want to be part of? And what would you want to, who would you want to be? I think I could do very well wearing that. I could pull off that dress. Well, if I went back to that time period, I could pull off that dress. back in the early 80s that she got married to Prince Charles. I don't remember. I want to say it was in the 80s or late 70s. Is that all there was of this? I'm going to put this color away and then they're all going to pop up. All the little waffles. Of course. All right, now I'm just going to put them to the side because I know that they're going to pop up. And I'm going to do the next color. I'm going to put the thing there. All right, we're going to go on to this one. And I have this Archer's Arch tray that I got, but it's so dark that you have to put light. It's okay for light drills like the pink canvas that I'm doing. I can put all the pink drills in here. But if you're putting a dark drill into this dark tray, it just doesn't work out so well. Oh my God, I'm at 41 minutes. Goodness gracious. I need to wrap this up because you guys are just going to be bored to tears. I'm going to work on this last color. All right, so historical reenactments, guys, put it in the comments down below. And then I can talk about it next week. I can talk about everybody's choice of historical reenactment. I'm going to see, this is, I just said I wasn't going to put them in here, and I did. Can you see them? Can you see them? There they are. I don't think there's that many of these anyway, so we'll just hang out until I finish these. I don't think there's any of these. Wait a minute, why did I choose this color? Well, that was weird. Maybe I've already done this color. Oh, no, there's one right there. See? Boop. So don't forget Wednesday. I'm going to do beaded cross stitch in my live. I have already started it. It's a Harry Potter beaded cross stitch. I haven't gotten too far into it. So we're going to work on that Wednesday in the Craft With Me Wednesday. And then next week is the Diamond Painting Marathon, the DP-a-thon or the Sparkle-a-thon is what you'll see it called. I will be doing a premiere that will be seen overnight. It'll be like in the middle of the night, like really early Saturday morning. If you guys would like to tune into that. But I'm also doing a live at 11 a.m. on Sundays. That's Central Time. It'll be 12 Eastern Time. So tune in for that. It's going to be, it will actually be, the 11 o'clock Sunday one will be the Valentine Day collab where I will pick someone from the comments. If you have not left a comment on my video from the Saturday Night Live, go leave. The question is, what company does Crashly use to ship her diamond painting pins? Because she has donated 2 diamond painting pins to be part of the grand prize. There's 1 grand prize from Grace GB Maltese's channel and 1 grand prize from my channel. But what diamond painting company does Crashly use to ship her diamond painting pins? Put the answer to that in a sentence in the comments in that video, the live video from last Saturday. And this Sunday I will pick one of those random comments and you will be eligible to win the grand prize. So that is all for this evening. I will pick this up again next week. So, guys, this is the season of love. If you love somebody, make sure that you tell them. You never know when it's going to be too late. My ex-husband, still on a ventilator. Nobody knew he was sick. I'm sure a lot of people wish they had said they loved him. And maybe he can hear them. Maybe they're saying it now and he can hear them. So, if you love somebody, tell them, because you never know when you'll get another chance. So make it a great week, guys, and I'll see you Wednesday.